Avaccheda means conditioning or limiting. So this model used in Vedanta to unfold the teaching commonly uses the example of the pot space, and it is used to explain the sense of individuality, the sense of limitation that we experience. In this vada, a common example that is used is the pot space. First, let's understand space in itself is one, total, all pervasive, without any form, and unconfined. Now look at the pot. The space within it, the pot space, it appears to be conditioned or limited by the walls of the pot. From the standpoint of space, the so-called pot space is not different from the totality of space. So, really speaking, the pot has the effect of creating only an apparent limitation of space. And this example is a good example which illustrates how space appears to be limited while in reality it is not. A person who does not know that the space is formless and all pervasive may take the pot space to be that which is confined within a pot. Moreover, the person may think that the confined space which is in the pot is different from that which obtains in another pot or in some other enclosure. The person may think that enclosures actually limit space. Now imagine how an individual pot space, if it does not know its nature to be the very totality of space, and instead it thinks that it is truly limited to the walls of the pot, then it will experience all limitations of the pot, and it will take itself to be different from every other pot or every other space which is enclosed in something. And so on account of its ignorance, this pot space may take itself to be limited. And this can lead to all kinds of issues. Supposing another pot comes in front of it, which is bigger than it, then the smaller pot space may even develop an inferiority complex. And so, this is how the sense of individuality arises, leading to comparison, superiority, inferiority, competition, jealousy, etc. The pot space can feel it may die one day because the pot will know that someday or the other the pot is bound to break. So it may even suffer from the sense of death. Human body is comparable to the physical aspect of the pot. It makes us believe that the consciousness that we are is limited within the body. But in reality, Vedanta points out that consciousness is free of all limitations of time and space. Yet, the presence of the body makes us feel that the self or consciousness that we are is confined to the body. We feel that the self or consciousness is inside the body, confined to the shape of the body. For us, this leads to all kinds of complexes: fear, comparison, conflict, competition, struggle. It leads us to samsara. In the Avaccheda vada, the jiva is defined as consciousness conditioned by avidya, and Ishvara is defined as consciousness conditioned by Maya. This vada helps us to be open to recognizing that the consciousness we are is in reality not confined to the body. Just as the space conditioned by the pot seems to be different from the space conditioned by the room in which it is located, the reality of the jiva as consciousness conditioned by avidya is not different from the reality of Ishvara as conditioned by Maya. Both jiva and Ishvara are in reality one consciousness alone. Om.